All right, let's talk about finding the right dog trainer. It can feel like a really big decision, but honestly, it's one of the best things you can do for your dog. So today, we're going to break down how to find a great one, specifically if you're a dog owner right here in Plymouth, Massachusetts.
You know, living with a dog in Plymouth is pretty special. One day you could be navigating those busy downtown sidewalks, and the very next, you're out on the quiet trails of a state forest. The whole point of good training is to get your dog ready to handle all of it, just calmly and confidently.
So, to get a dog that's comfortable no matter where you go in town, it really helps to have a trainer who understands our local environment. Let's start right there.
A local trainer just gets it. They know the specifics of life here. They can get your dog ready for walking politely past tourists on Leiden Street, or for just settling down quietly while you're at an outdoor cafe. They can help your dog stay focused on a trail in Morton Park. Plus, and this is a big one, they'll know the local leash laws and rules, which saves you a whole lot of guesswork.
Okay, so local knowledge is huge, but the trainer's core philosophy, that's probably the most important thing you'll look at. So let's talk about what that really means.
The gold standard in modern dog training, hands down, is positive reinforcement. And it's actually really simple. You reward the behavior you want to see more of. This works so well, and even better, it helps build this amazing, trusting relationship where your dog is actually excited to learn with you.
And this slide really makes the difference clear. Reward-based training helps you raise a confident dog who is just a pleasure to be around. On the flip side, you have aversive methods that use punishment or fear, and those can create anxiety and really damage the bond you have with your dog. They're just not recommended.
Okay, so you know you're looking for a local trainer who uses positive reinforcement. Now, how do you actually start narrowing down your options?
You're going to see all these acronyms and they can look kind of confusing, but they're really good signs of a trainer's dedication. For most people who just need help with general manners, that CPTDKA is a solid certification to look for. Now, if you're dealing with more complex things like serious fear or reactivity, you might want a behavior consultant with a credential like the IAABC-CDBC. Trainers also offer different formats to fit what you need. Private, in-home training, that's perfect for tackling issues that happen right in your house, like jumping on guests. Group classes are fantastic for teaching your dog to focus when other dogs are around. And then there are options like day training or board and train, which can be great if you have a busy schedule or need to work on some more intensive skills.
Of course, there's always the question of cost. To give you a starting point, a single private lesson here in the Plymouth area is probably going to fall somewhere in this range.
And here's a wider view of some common packages. A typical 6-week group class might cost you a few $100s, while a really intensive program like a board and train could be a few thousand. This should give you a pretty realistic idea of what to budget for different kinds of training.
Now let's talk about what this all looks like day to day. Being a responsible dog owner in Plymouth means knowing the local rules and having some great spots to go practice your new skills.
There are 3 really simple must-dos for every Plymouth dog owner. Your dog has to be on a leash on public property, they have to have a current rabies vaccination, that's state law, and every dog over 6 months old has to be licensed with the town clerk each year. Nice and clear.
And now, the fun part. Practice. The Plymouth Dog Park on Nelson Street is the perfect place for safe, off-leash play. It's an ideal spot to work on your dog's recall, getting them to come when you call, in a totally secure area.
Morton Park is another fantastic resource. Its trails through the woods are perfect for practicing loose leash walking. The environment gives you just enough real-world distractions like squirrels without being too much for a dog who's still learning.
And when you're ready to level up your training, head over to Miles Standish State Forest. With miles of trails and other people like hikers and cyclists around, it's an excellent place to really proof your dog's skills and make sure they can stay calm and focused in more challenging situations.
So, you've done your research, you have a short list of trainers you like. What's the very last step before you make a commitment?
That first conversation, the consultation, is so important. Use this checklist to guide you. You want to hear them talk about positive reinforcement. You want to understand exactly how they'll tailor a plan for your dog. And you want to get a crystal clear picture of all the costs and logistics. Oh, and don't be shy about asking if they'll work with your vet. That's a great sign of a true professional.
Ultimately, finding the right trainer is a huge investment in your relationship with your dog. A well-mannered dog just makes everything, from a simple walk along the waterfront to having friends over, so much more enjoyable for everybody. Happy training!